Ever felt disrespected by people that you care about, be it your church, be it your group of friends, be it family, or even place of work? Yes, we all go through that respect that we're giving so much to a friendship, family, or whatever. And for some reason, they don't. We just feel that these people don't respect us. Okay, most of the time, even the disrespect comes from people that are closest to you. Okay, now I'm going to talk about fear, not some fake admiration, but what kind of respect makes people pause even when you don't talk, and they respect you for who you are. Okay, you see, respect is not given; it's earned by consistency. It's okay. When you are consistently giving yourself without them respecting you, you're degrading your respect. Okay, whether you're in business, in a relationship, family, and they constantly talk over you, ignore your advice, they take you for granted. It's not always about they are bad people, because you haven't trained them how to respect you. Yes, they are not bad people, but you've not trained them on how to respect you, how to treat you. You see, let's break it down. Respect is earned. You don't demand it. Okay, when you start saying I'm not respected, I'm the head of this home, you don't even need to say things like that. I'm the wife, I've given my breast. No. But before I do what the points you're going to do to make people respect, I'm going to share what a lot of us misconcept with respect. It's not respect. The first one, there are 5 things we think is respect, but it's not respect. The first one is fear. Okay, many people think when others are silent and cautious around them, but that's fear. You see, fear fades the moment you're not in that position. Like a lot of your terrorist politicians, the crazy boss, okay, or parents, the domineering parents. No, you can see that when the tables turn, when you have a domineering parent and the child does like they fear you, immediately the child gets his independence, it flies away, or a position that you're no more there, that wicked boss that blackmails you into doing everything. That's not respect. The second one is popularity. A lot of us mix popularity because we are funny, because we are charming, because we are popular. That's not respect. They're just respect is not built on likes. Those are likes. We're mistaking it with you're mistaking likes and respect, because once you're not getting that, you always get respect. You think of that teacher you always respected, that neighbor that always behaved himself you respected. You always get respect even when you're not in that position anymore. Okay, the third thing that we do that we're mistaking for respect is control and intimidation. Okay, some people believe that if they can control others, if they can dominate others emotionally, financially, socially, then they will be respected. No, but that is manipulation. I'm not asking you to manipulate. A lot of people manipulate. Okay, what example? That's your boss. Okay, who uses your salary, your promotion to manipulate you. Parents, rich friends, sugar daddy, sugar mommy. That young lady won't be with that man if he didn't have money. All those things. Okay, those are not. That's control and intimidation. The fourth one is titles and position. When you hear somebody say, "I'm a CEO," "I'm a pastor," before they mention their name, those people are trying to command attention. Okay, those are attention calling. It's not honor. That's attention calling. Okay, true respect comes from how you handle that position. Okay, how you diligently carry out your duties as a leader. Okay, so don't forget that when you're no more the CEO, have you ever seen that CEO or that MD that comes back to the company many years ago and they tell him to wait at the reception and he feels slighted? Yes, that is not respect. Okay, the next one is flattery. Some people think that when they compliment people, is a how do I call it? Flattery is a it can sound like respect, but it's actually a strategy. Respect street food. A true respect speaks the truth, even when it's uncomfortable. Okay? Flattery tells people that your lies to stay close to them. Okay? That is the hailing, like your celebrities, the fans, the gang, and all those. Those are flattery. Okay? Then the sixth one is the fear of losing favor. You see people, because they don't want to lose favor, they act respectful, they come around someone. The seventh one is silence. When you're in the room, everybody keeps quiet. They are afraid, they are walking slowly around you. That is not respect. They say and you think in the office, in that church, in that family, like what fathers used to do, everywhere is silent. That is not respect. That is fear. You're imposing fear. So silent. So sometimes it's just indifference and avoidance. They don't want to have a confrontation with you. They don't want to. People mistaking people's quietness for admiration. Now I'm going to now give 5 points of what you can do to be respected. Okay, the first one is stop explaining yourself to people. Okay, stop explaining yourself. Some people take too long. They're trying to explain. They're trying to prove a point. No, it's like desperate people are the people that they will do everything to explain 10 times, trying to prove a point. No, if you say no, say it calmly. Say it calmly, not aggressively. You've made your point and leave it there. The most respected people in the world are people that are not loud, but they are clear. Learn to say no. I understand your point, but I've made my decision. That one sentence I've respect your point. When I think of respect, I always used to think of the former vice president, Yemi Oshibanjo. He's not a loud man. He's not aggressive. He's not huge in size. But that man commands respect anywhere. He's my key example that I'm going to be using. The former vice president, Yemi Oshibajo. Okay. Now, the second one point to command respect among people is be consistent, even in small things. Okay. What do I mean? You want people to take your word seriously, then keep your word. Okay, even on the little things, if you say, I'll call you back, call back. They'll respect you. If you're late to an appointment, apologize. If you're running late, let them know I'm running late. If you make an error, own it. A lot of people that you want respect, but when you make errors, you want to darken that part. You don't want people to know. You don't want to dwell on it. No, apologize. Whether to your son, whether to your friends, whether to say I'm sorry. I made the wrong move. I shouldn't have. That was the day I did something with my son and I used the wrong language on him that was too aggressive. And I can see his body language. He wasn't happy. So I didn't explain there. And when we were driving out the next day, I told him about what happened yesterday. That I'm sincerely sorry. Another time I was driving with my daughter and I almost behaved like an area boy. You know how Nigeria is. Somebody hit my car, and I was almost going to fight. And when we drove by there, I told my daughter I wasn't proud of what I did. I'm sorry for showing him that attitude. I always behave like a thug who will go almost get into a fist cuff. So I addressed it immediately. The third one is that control your emotions. And that relates on what I said about daring. There are people that you can't earn respect from people if every emotion of yours is triggered. Start using things like I get angry quicker, I'm short tempered, people things make me cry. Those are emotional vulnerability. And it's you that decided to put yourself there. Stop saying things like that. Stop saying negative things about yourself that I'm somebody that gets angry easily, I'm hot tempered, and all those. No, that means you're not controlling your emotions because how many of them around you, how many things around you can you control? So every time somebody triggers your emotion, you get into it. No, you will never command respect. In fact, when you're unpredictable, whenever they do something to you, they expect you to shout and fight. Do not. You see, they'll start respecting you because they do not know if you're coming with the right hand or if you're coming with the left hand. So that's number three. Number four is set boundaries without apology. Okay? Set boundaries. If you do not like a certain things, you don't like a certain things. Okay? Don't compromise. Like the word I always use, you're not a politician. It's politicians that make black and gray. Define it. This is not what I like. These are not the kind of jokes I like. This is my focus. Okay? Let people know where your line is. If someone disrespects your time, especially, they come late, say it. If they talk down on you, address it on the spot. Okay? Correct it politely. You have to correct it politely. Let there be boundaries, not arrogance. They are self-respecting action. With that, you're gradually telling them, training them how to respect you. It's built on values. The example, people like the class jokes, the beautiful girl, all those things. No. All right. The third one is control and intimidate. The third one is master your. You have to master your presentation. Okay. What do I mean? Um, Before you even speak, your appearance and body language already is in front of you. They've spoken. You're going for an interview. Don't just show up anyhow. If you're going for an interview as an entertainer, you look like an entertainer. If you're going for a bank interview, you look like a bank interview, okay? You don't even have to spend so much luxury to look presentable. Many people come out, they say they don't respect us, and I look at how you're dressed, how you look, and people will say it's what's inside of me that they should look at. Nobody knows that. Yeah, you might be a very intelligent, heartwarming, empathic, decent person, but immediately I see you, I judge you. You look like a riffraff, you look so rough. No, you don't even have to break the bank to look presentable. So you're judged. People that said that you're dressed the way you are dressed, it's very true. They're going for, I had a young man come for an interview last week. He was sagging his pants. I told him, look, it was when I was running a music studio, entertainment or a show, you come, that's cool. But you're coming for a front desk. It correlates with everything that is. I'm not judging you against all that. Okay. It's a lifestyle. But study the position that you're coming for. That is how it works. Okay. Don't just show up. Okay. The next one, don't beg for attention. There are people that can't be on their own. They want to be validated. Respect disappears the moment you start begging for validation. Stop chasing people. If they like you if they like you, to follow you, to notice you, to do no. Ask what value you're bringing instead. When you carry that value, you're that guy they come to. Hello, yeah, I beg. How do I get to this place? How do I sort out that you're already creating a kind of value? You're the go-to man for solution. When you're in the midst of people, talk about solution and events. Forget the gossip stories. Some people, their line of talk most times is societal talk. They talk about people, they talk about events. When you meet people, drag value, pay attention, listen to them. Hello, hi, I'm an engineer. This, oh, really? What kind of drag their conversation towards what they do? Okay, I'm a care nurse. I do. Oh, really? Wow. Old people or young people? Really? What are the challenges? How about you do with your back? You become an interesting person. Dwell on what those people talk about. Okay, forget whether it's selfish or with that you become the person will look for you because you're interesting. Okay, that's how you do it. The seventh one is keep upgrading yourself. Skills. Keep acquiring skills. Skills, I keep saying it. Get better at what you do. The same, some people got into a job 10 years ago. That same skill they have today is what they had then. Okay? Respect comes with growth. I see you next year is not the same John I saw last year. I see you 2 years ago. The Mary I saw 2 years ago is not in the same place. Not just necessary pollution, mindset. How do you do that? Read. There are lots of tons of articles online, not just looking at cat videos online. Ask yourself, okay, I mean, this every line of business has a growth potential, irrespective of your age, whether you're 15 years or whether you're 80 years. Ask yourself, how do I keep improving? How do I keep getting better? Okay? Invest in that thing that you're trying to be. You're trying to have a beautiful marriage. Invest. How do I get a beautiful marriage? You want to earn more income. What do I do in this line of business to get more income? Okay, it must be attractive. What are the things I need to do to be more attractive? Whether to the opposite sex or you want to be a good parent, my children are not close to me. What are the things I should do to be more endearing to my children and family? So those are just the points, okay? Number, I repeat it again. Stop explaining yourself to everyone. Be consistent in what you're doing. Even the small things, just keep improving. Third one, control your emotions. Don't just keep pouring your emotions out to everybody you come around. There are people that like sharing all their problems to everybody they meet. You don't command respect that. What you're looking for is sympathy. And understand. Those are all emotional. Number four, set boundaries with no apology. Set boundaries with no apology. Okay. Number five, master your presentation. How you look. People judge you by that. Okay. Number six, don't beg for attention. Be your own woman, be your own man, be your own boy, be your own girl. Okay? Carry yourself with self-respect. I'm not telling you to be arrogant. After a while, people will mistaken it that you're an arrogant person, but you're just building your self-confidence. With that, people around you respect. Number seven, keep upgrading yourself. Okay? So these are all I'm saying. So how do you make people to respect you? You build yourself up. That is how it works. Okay? You have until they have no choice but to respect you. Respect is not demanded. It's demonstrated. You demonstrate that you're a person to be respected. I repeat, respect is not demanded, it's demonstrated. So that's it, okay? Through boundaries, consistencies, calmness, and self-discipline. Self-discipline, people are respected more. Like I'm saying again, think about Yemi Oshibajo, our former vice president. He's respected by Igbos, he's respected by Hausas, Edos, Yorubas, everybody. There's something about himself. He's not huge. So that's what I'm trying to say. Have a beautiful day. Respect is not about being loud, it's about being grounded. Thank you.